I am not off to a very good start on making these ranting and complaining videos. It's been a while since I made the last one, and I know I said in my last video I was going to come back and do one about breast cancer or Susan G. Komen or something like that, and I didn't just because holidays happen and things get in the way, so that's fine. Wipe it, done. We're here today, and what we're going to talk about, we're going to actually, no, you know what, I won't say we're going to talk about it because we are not talking. This is just me complaining. Talking would imply that there is some back and forth, and there isn't. It's just me complaining. So today I'm going to be complaining about people on cat forums. And I know you're probably be like, why do people on cat forums irritate you? People on forums in general tend to irritate me because instead of taking the time to actually look up the answer for something that has already been answered all over the internet, most of the time by experts or people in the field, you know, things of that nature, people will just get on a forum or they will just get on Yahoo Answers or whatever, and they will just ask the same questions over and over and over and over and over again, and it just absolutely infuriates me. Smart people will actually take the time and they will try to find the answer before they just want anything just handed to them on a forum. So I had a question. I was on the internet doing research, looking for the answer, and I came across this cat forum. I ended up kind of reading through some of the posts, trying to find what I was looking for, and I came across a post where a lady was talking about not knowing that her cat could have a bad reaction to antibiotics, and that she wanted to tell the story so that this doesn't happen to anyone else. So already right there, you know that this is going to be extremely annoying, because anytime anyone says, I just don't want this to happen to anyone else, you know that that story is going to be very, very irritating. At least it is to me, because shut up. Just shut up. Stop being so damn important to yourself. Okay, so this lady, right, she had a cat that had a UTI or something of that nature. She took it to the vet, and the vet gave her an antibiotic. She gave the antibiotic to the cat. The cat had a bad reaction. It got very ill. The lady was like, okay, well, I just will do that for a couple days and see what happens. And the cat got better. The lady called the vet and asked and said, could it be a bad reaction to this antibiotic? Because he got pretty sick after I gave it to him, and then he's been totally fine. And the vet said, no, that's not it. Give it to him like we talked about. So she gave the cat the antibiotic again, and the second time she gave it to him, same thing happened. He got very ill, so she waited a few more days, didn't give it to him at all, you know, and then he got better over the course of those few days. So she contacted the vet again and explained what happened. I was like, I'm really thinking it's the antibiotic because he is only getting sick when I give it to him. And the vet gave her numerous excuses after excuses after excuses, such as the infection is probably getting worse, so you might want to give him more of this antibiotic, which doesn't even make any sense on any level, so I don't even know why the vet would have said that, or two, why the woman would have listened to it. Now, I am not a vet, but I'm not a dumbass either. So to me, that sounds like a pretty hokey reasoning, just common sense wise. So the lady ended up going back and forth and taking her cat in, and I think at some point even got a couple IV treatments of the same antibiotic that was making her cat so sick. So all in all, she ended up giving the cat the antibiotic for a while, and it ended up shutting its entire system down from shock. And the lady killed her cat. She is responsible for that. And of course, there's all these condolences, and there's this and that, and oh, that happened to my cat one time, and this and that, and blah, blah, blah. And some of the posters did not know that that was something that could happen until it happened to them. So here's where I start to be kind of, you know, I'm like, wait a minute, let me try to piece this together. So you gave your cat the medicine once and it got sick. And that's totally understandable. You call the vet, you're like, you know what, I have a question about this. And they're like, no, it's fine, don't worry about it, just give it again. And you're like, all right, let's try it one more time. You give it to them again, and the same thing happens. So it's pretty clear at that point, you need to not do that again. But she kept persisting on there. She just kept going with it. The vet kept telling her to. The vet would not listen to her. The vet had umpteen million reasons that she listed them out, and all of them made absolutely no sense. So this vet kept just giving her excuses and doing this and doing this and doing this. And the cat ended up dead on a floor. That was the ending of that story. The cat was dead on a floor. Well, yeah. But again, why did she not do anything sooner? Why didn't she just get online and Google it? Can cats have reactions to antibiotics? And Google would have been like, is your cat a living, breathing thing? Then yes, it can have a reaction to a medication. Why would it be any different for your cat or your dog or your horse or your pet mouse or whatever? Why would it be any different for them than it is for us? What sense does that make to think that, oh, well, I mean, it's a medicine for animals, so clearly it is so perfected of a science that it's this magical thing that animals don't have bad reactions to. That's not true on any level. If it is a living, breathing thing and you give it a medication, whether it is human or a pet, whatever, there is a possibility that it can have a bad reaction to that medication, whether it's for heartworms, fleas, it's an antibiotic, it doesn't matter. There is a possibility. Now, it's not common, but it is a possibility that they can have a bad reaction. And if you suspect that your pet is having a bad reaction, you need to call your vet immediately and explain what is going on, and then they will tell you what to do based on the ailment that they were suffering from and the medication they prescribed for it. If that vet is not listening to you or if they blow you off, stick with what you know about your pet. That woman knew her cat was having a bad reaction, but yet she just kept listening to the vet. And there's no reason that should have ever happened. There's no reason that her cat should be dead right now. But it is, because she's an idiot. So if your vet is blowing you off or whatever, find another vet. There is absolutely nothing wrong with telling your vet, you know, I'm sure you're a nice person and all, but I'm just not comfortable with what you're saying. So I'm going to ask someone else. You don't even have to say anything. Just go somewhere else. Get online, Google it. Find out for yourself. Find the answer. Don't just take what someone else says as gospel. You could potentially cause irreversible harm to your cat's organs or dogs or whatever, kidneys, liver. All of these could lose function. Your cat could die. Just like humans. Humans have died from bad reactions to medications. That is what happens. Again, it's not common, but there is a chance that it could happen. So please, don't be retarded and pay attention and seek help if you know you need it. And if somebody is not listening to you when you're trying to tell them that something is happening that is not normal for your animal, then go ask someone else. Another reason why people on cat forums irritate the piss out of me is just the sheer basicness of all of them. There's these posts of, my cat talks a lot whenever he's carrying his favorite toy around in his mouth. Is that normal? Yes. Yes, it's normal. That is a very common cat thing that they do. It's a cat behavior. Why are you asking a forum? It's all over the internet. Why didn't you just Google that? where cat experts can actually explain cat behavior instead of talking to dipshits that just want to talk about how cute Snuggles is. Or that time they killed their cat because they wouldn't listen to themselves. Because, But then you're going to have all the people, my cat does that. Oh yeah, my cat does that. Oh man, yeah, my cat does that too. And inevitably you will get down to the person that will start the whole, I thought I was the only one that had a cat that did that. Oh my gosh. Why on earth would you think that you were the only person that had a cat that did that? What is so bizarre about that behavior that you think you are so unique in the universe that you are the only one that has a cat that does this? Okay, sorry about that. The phone rang, so I had to go make that stop. Anyway, so yeah, no, you're not special. If you take 5 minutes and actually learn about cat behaviors that are common, you would have known that that's one of them. Another one is, yeah, your cat goes darting across the room. Am I the only one that has a cat that just darts across the room and acts like it's playing? No, you're not. Your cat is playing. There are other reasons that your cat could be just darting around the room, but 9 times out of 10, it's because it is a living, breathing thing, and they have energy they want to burn off, and they want to play. Not that big of a mystery. But again, you'll have, oh yeah, no, my cat totally does that. Oh, you know what? My cat does that. Oh my gosh, I thought I was the only one that had a cat that did that. You're idiots. You're all idiots. You shouldn't even own a cat. I love cats. I am a cat person. Unapologetically, I am a cat person. And you people scare me. If you know that little about the pet that you have, you shouldn't own it. It should not be living with you. You are not a good person because you didn't take the time to learn about the thing that you have living with you. And that's for any pets. Betas. Doesn't matter. People often mistreat their betas, keeping them in those stupid little 1-gallon tanks. It's not good for your fish. I don't care what the dude at the pet store said. He just wanted to sell you a fish. That's actually very bad for them. They're not supposed to be living that way. So anyway, and that actually got me thinking about just now for some reason, people not being able to find answers. I have a genetic condition and my body can do weird things because of that. So I got to thinking, how common is it for people to be able to move their sternum? And because that's one of the things that I can do. I have no idea if that's actually related to my genetic disorder or not. I don't know. Maybe it's just one of those stupid human tricks that I can do and that most people just can't do. People accuse me. They're like, "That you're not moving your sternum. You're just breathing in and out." And I'm like, obviously I'm not breathing, idiot. And so I would just show them, okay, here, I can see if it will show up on video. But I will even plug my nose and cover my mouth so you won't say, you're just breathing. It's kind of hard to tell. I'm wearing a sweatshirt. But it is. I mean, I'm just moving my sternum in and out. I was curious how common of a thing that is. You know, people roll their tongue, people can flare their nostrils, some people can move their ears front and back, things like that. That's one of those things where there isn't a whole lot of information on that. There isn't like a number associated with that. But again, I'm not going to get on some damn forum and then people be like, oh my gosh, I thought I was the only one that could do that. No, I don't assume that I am the only person on earth that has control to move their own sternum. I could give myself CPR if I needed to. No, I don't assume I'm the only person on earth, so why would you? So there's that. That's why I don't like people on cat forums, or most people on damn near any forum ever. So, till next time.